when they get to Fort Wayne, why, he gets registered there. He started at the college north of New York City. Hawthorne, I think, was the name of that one.
Okay.
And he went there for a while, that's right. And then he comes to Fort Wayne,
For seminary?
and is there.
Okay.
And he's went for a year or so, and then the professor says to him, he says, did your aunt ever adopt you, or did she just raise you? He says, I don't know. And he says, well, you better find out. He says, I think you'll have trouble getting, you plan to be naturalized as soon as you qualify. He said, yes, I did. He said, ask your mother, your stepmother, if they ever went to a court and got you officially adopted by them. And so he asked her the next time he goes home for Christmas, or something, from Fort Wayne to New York. And she says, no, they never did. They just started taking care of him. And they gave him their last name, Hinkledye. So the old professor says, I think you're going to have trouble getting your naturalization. He says, I think you can prove from the receipt for your passage that you were 3 years old when you came, and that your parent was going to be Hinkledye. So, but he says, now that you ask her and found out that she never went through to get you naturalized, he says, I think you ought to go by your real name. You can prove it. Your name was William Christian Schrader, and not Schrader, but Hinkledye. See, on the passage it said your name was William
Schrader.
Yeah. And he had the copy of the receipt for the passage.
And the passage receipt said Schrader.
Said Schrader, age 3.
So he had gone as Hinkledye from age 3 to the time he almost graduated seminary.
Yeah. Not from Fort Wayne. From Fort Wayne, not from St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay.
And so he. When he found out that, why, the professor says, I think you ought to go by this other name, or he said, when you try to get naturalized, you'll have problems. So he says, I suggest that you change your name to that. So they changed his records, and the old professor, with his tongue in his cheek, says, class, he opens up his grade book, and he says, class, I've never noticed this before. He says, Hinkledye was smarter than Schrader.
That's good. That's good.
Hinkledye was smarter than Schrader. From then on he was Schrader.
From then on he was Schrader. Now, was Fort Wayne a full seminary then, or was that?
Oh no, it was
the prep school.
It was a prep school, and he got 1 year of prep in Hawthorne, and then he got the other prep in Fort Wayne, and then he graduated in
1906.
1906.
Now, let's see if we can hold this up, because I don't want it to get a glare, and I'm going to try and zoom in on some things here. Now, your father's in here somewhere, I know.
If you would look for him, he's up in the upper right.
There he is, right there.
And he's listed
kind of hard to focus there, but that's Wilfred's father.
Yeah.
And here's some of the seminary professors down here.
That's the professors down there.
You have W.H.T. Dow and Mesger, Feubringer, Franz Pieper,
they were all
Grebner.
professors at Fort Wayne.
Steckart,
Now, the college at Fort
Benty,
Wayne, it was not where it
E.H.W.
is
Krause.
now. It was in...
Okay, you can put that down, Wilfred.
It was in St. Louis proper.
Now this
not
was
north.
St. Louis Seminary's faculty
Yeah.
and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just press pause real quick.
Okay. Now we can